to Baking with Kids.
In today's video, we are going to be making blueberry zucchini scoffins.
Make sure you like and subscribe if you enjoy this video.
Let's get on with the baking. The ingredients you need are 1 medium zucchini that is shredded, 2 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour, 1 cup of granulated sugar, half a cup of butter, almost melted, 2 eggs, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, half a teaspoon of salt, 3/4 of a teaspoon of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of baking soda,
and 1 cup of delicious blueberries.
And then for the mixing tools and bowls, you will need 1 large bowl and a whisk, and you will also need a medium-sized bowl and a flat spatula. And make sure the oven is at 375 degrees. First, we are going to put in the baking soda. Then we will follow it with the cinnamon and the salt.
On the last one, you messed up.
Okay, let's get a refill salt. Don't worry. The salt is now mostly cleaned up. Okay, so now we are going to put that all into the large mixing bowl. Okay, and now we are going to put the flour and the granulated sugar into the bowl. Okay, and then you want to do the sugar? Good job. Okay, so now we are going to use the whisk and we are going to mix it all together to make sure all the ingredients are well cooperated.
I broke it.
That's right. Okay, there.
And make sure you mix all the cinnamon and the baking soda that we got on the bottom.
I think that is well mixed. Okay, so now we will put that off to the side and we will bring out our other bowl. We'll put our spatula down to the side and top off all the flour on our whisk. So now we are going to make the wet ingredients. So what we want to do is we want to put the egg, okay, and then the vanilla, and then we will put the butter in. So the butter is now solid.
Wow.
So now that we have fixed the butter mishap, we are going to pour that in with the egg and the vanilla. Okay, so we're going to take our whisk and we're just going to whisk it all together. Okay, so once the thing looks like this, where there are still some chunks of butter, you want to pour it into the dry ingredients. Okay, and then this is where you can use the spatula to get all of it out. Okay. So now we just want to fold in all of the wet ingredients into the dry. Okay, so now while it looks like this, you want to add the zucchini in slowly so it will have more of a liquidy base. Okay, so now once it is in chunks, and you can't really get it with your spatula, you want to move in with your hands. So make sure your hands are washed before you do this. So I'm going to quickly go do that. Okay, so you want to make sure you want to get as much batter off of the spatula as possible. Okay, so then you just kind of want to squish it together with your hands to make sure you get all chunks mixed well with each other. Okay, so you want to make sure you get all the flour from the bottom and the sides, and you want to mix it in with the dough that you are creating. So once your batter looks something like this, you can add in your blueberries. Make sure you get all of them in, and then you can use a spatula to mix them in. Okay, so now we are just going to fold the blueberries into the mixture. Okay, so your dough should end up looking something like this. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to grab a decently big pan, and then you're going to line it with baking paper. So now we are going to put our baking paper on. Okay, so once it is lined the pan, we are going to take a scoop of berries, about this size, so my hand, and we're just going to plop it onto the pan, and we're going to use our finger and we're going to spread it off. And then we're going to kind of flatten it out so it's like a thick pancake. Okay, do it right next to mine. Now we will meet you at our oven to put a little bit of some sugar and cinnamon on them. Okay, so what I normally do is I just take a tablespoon and I sprinkle it on there. I do it kind of heavy because when it's cooking, it crisps up and it makes a really nice crunch. I try to get everything as even as possible too. Even though that wasn't really even, that is okay. More sugar equals a better taste most of the time. I'm just gonna put a little bit more on these ones. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I am going to sprinkle some cinnamon onto these. Okay, and once you have done that, they are ready to go into the oven. So we will meet you back around 20 to 22 minutes later once they are done cooking. Okay, so the Scoffins are finally ready to get out. We tested them with a toothpick and they came out clear. make sure if you have the oven light on, you turn it off and you turn off the oven. Okay, so now you want these to cool for around 3 to 5 minutes, and then you want to move them to a cooling rack. We have moved So now we have successfully moved the, I forgot the name, Scoffins. Got it. Stop! Oh. Now that we have successfully moved our delicious Scoffins to the cooling racks, we can wait around another 3 minutes for them to cool off, and then you can eat it. I prefer them to be warm. I don't think they taste as good cold, but you can decide which one you like.
Which ones are gonna be mine I eat?